So, in your opinion, like, first of all, how do you guys at Buffalo 8 actually assess projects for financing? I'm sure that's a question a lot of filmmakers would like to know about.
Yep. So I think what's most important is remembering two completely different businesses. Buffalo 8 is production, post-production, management focused.
Okay.
The only projects we're really looking for on that side are projects that can fit. We have a nice overall relationship with places like Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, where we've done original content deals with them.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal going forward is almost exclusively to make content with SVOD platforms. It's much cleaner. When it's a yes, it's a much safer and secure yes than it is with independent financing. And it's also the future. And
Mm-hmm.
I just am a huge believer in we should just be putting all of our efforts behind building content specifically for these partners that we've built over the years. So the kind of content Buffalo 8's looking for is packaged content. And that can be one of three things or two or three of three things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think these are the underlying principles that will continue to drive this business no matter what happens. And it's IP, it's cast, or let's just call it more broadly talent. It can be director, it can be writer, it can be cast, and it's IP. So it's IP, capital, and I'm a huge believer in that those are the three things. There has to be one of them. You either have to have some capital attached. The IP itself needs to be a huge, meaningful piece of IP and by the time it comes to us, or you've got to have you have to have one of those pieces assembled. It's too challenging otherwise to move the ball up the field. And regardless, and we've had huge pieces of intellectual property. I mean, I'm talking Twilight Zone. I'm talking Spike Lee. I mean, I'm talking huge pieces, and it's still challenging. So Buffalo 8 looks exclusively for projects that have a piece that we can then move in and shepherd into, again, sort of the SVOD arena. At Bondit, we're looking, I'll be very cut and dry first, and then I'll back it up with a little more empathy. We're looking for projects that have senior collateral. It can be a tax credit, it can be pre-sales, it can be a bridge loan, it can be a negative pickup, it can be a media company looking to borrow against a library, it can be a media company looking to buy another company, and we're coming in and providing the capital for the acquisition. Backing that out, obviously we then care about the team involved and the project to make sure that not only do we believe that the team can execute the project, but that the project isn't egregious, however we want to apply that term. And also, again, is the element that we're calling collateral actually secured? The number of producers that will call and say, I've got this movie, we really want you guys to finance the tax credit. Can we start closing? And you look at it and you say, well, you don't have any other financing. There's no tax credit until the rest of your financing is closed. Mm-hmm. Or you'll have a filmmaker come to you and say, we've got all of these pre-sales, want you to come in and do the pre-sales loan. And you look at the company that's doing the pre-sales and they've never sold a movie before in their life and they don't have a website. Right? We're not doing that. And then the number of filmmakers who say, oh, I want you to come in and do a bridge loan. You say, okay, well, what am I bridging? But you're bridging a guy that I met at a dinner party who said that he might want to finance my movie. So that's not a bridge loan. That's just called losing money. We won't be doing that. So it's about assessing the package. And then once you actually have received the package, assessing that the package is actually a verifiable opportunity versus a filmmaker, again, likely being well-intentioned, but just not being fully informed on what a company like us needs.